I lied a little bit. Ocho, this business, I'm trying to make money. Don't you want to make money?
Yeah, I want to make money, but listen, all money ain't good money.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Shay Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junkie. Theme cloud ticket music. In 2015, your boy Shay Duke Jackson started his career on YouTube. I was in medical school and I would just be YouTubing like once a week. But then by the time 2017, I was pretty much active in the community known as the Black Manosphere. I didn't found the community. I was one of the founders of the community. Angry Man gave it the name. Obsidian gave it the whole idea. And we were off to the races. But as you know, things fall apart. People have different interests and they move along their own way. By the time 2023 had gone, we kind of all went our separate ways and everybody was kind of doing their own thing. Then more celebrities started coming on to YouTube and they were doing something that I never saw us do. They were working together. They didn't have the kind of mentality that a lot of Black YouTubers had. They had the mindset of collaboration. We're going to work together and get a bigger bag. We saw it with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson. By the time 2024 came, we saw it with Gilbert Arenas and his podcast, but the most popular one that's beating everybody has been Club Shay Shay. Now, to be fair, Club Shay Shay has been doing this for a long time, but he really popped off last year. And then with his hit called Nightcap with Chad Johnson, we saw two guys getting 40 to 50,000 viewers at the same time, getting a bunch of money and making a lot of cash. But stop the show. We also seen some differences of opinion between Shannon Sharpe and Chad Johnson. Shannon Sharpe is the older guy. He's kind of like big bro to Ochocinco, and kind of what he says goes. Chad Johnson is more easygoing, but he has stood up for himself.
You know, you have your way of doing things. I have my way of doing things. You know, that's it. We gonna be successful no matter what. I always remain my authentic self. You know, I've been a little bit, but I ain't gonna been too much where I have to change who I am.
And as you know, Chad Johnson has made himself very vulnerable by bringing on his girlfriend or fiance or future wife, which is Sharelle Rosado, onto the show. As we know, Sharelle Rosado and Chad Johnson broke up. It happens, man. You have somebody you love, and it just is not going to work out. But that didn't stop Shannon Sharpe from doing well. You see, Shannon Sharpe is not really the most loyal guy in the world. And you will find this in business, especially in the entertainment world. You see, for me, friendships is everything. Business is secondary. But for certain people, money is everything. And this was the criticism of Matt Barnes about Shannon Sharpe.
See, I don't look at anybody as competition, with all due respect, Dan. I feel like there's a lane for everyone, and everyone's created that lane, and I feel like there's plenty of money to come behind those lanes. But I feel like, obviously, Shannon has taken off individually, and then him and Ocho have a great thing going on, but it's not necessarily our cup of tea, so to speak. It's a completely different lane, and you see now, obviously, the Katt Williams interview, I think, broke some kind of YouTube record for the most views. And I think that's great. That's a lane he's excelling in, a lane that he's getting notoriety in and getting money in. And that's great, but it's not necessarily what we are trying to do. We want to continue to kind of keep our lane, and not even that what they're doing is gossip, because I don't want to disrespect, again, what they're doing, but there's just a lot of different energy going on there, and people coming and talking their truths and telling their truths. And again, that's always great. Speak your mind. But again, that's not necessarily the lane we want to create, the lane we want to develop.
But it wasn't only that. You see, Shannon Sharpe betrayed the trust of many people, especially those in the industry. Shannon Sharpe had on Steve Harvey, Ricky Smiley, Cedric the Entertainer, and Shannon Sharpe allowed Katt Williams to assassinate all of them on his podcast last year. And remember, Carcino for Life predicted this.
There has been some developments that happened in the last 2 days. Like, they did get a lot of heat, Club Shay Shay, from a lot of people saying, why did you have Katt Williams on there saying I'm making all these claims? It was some people who did that. They didn't go and specify who was the people that actually had the problems. So it's not just, everybody's loving it on social media and everything, but the people in the industry, they kind of said, well, that's kind of like, we thought this show wasn't, Club Shay Shay was above that, as far as them bringing clients onto their show. See, what y'all don't understand is that the agents, even though you want to get the artists and entertainers, you'll have an agent that has like all these clients in a row that they represent more than just one. So they'll bring all their clients there. Let's say if Ricky Smiley was on the show, that person might represent, their agent might represent Faison, them, etc. Right? So when you deal with that agent, the agent is upset. He will pull all of his clients away.
You see, Carcino for Life mentioned something that's very interesting. A lot of people in the industry didn't like the fact that they had allowed their person to come on the Club Shay Shay's podcast thinking it was a very classy thing. But then Shannon Sharpe decided to put Katt Williams on there for views and money to assassinate the people that they entrusted Shannon Sharpe to take care of. In other words, Shannon Sharpe is the guy who will do anything for money, and he's not loyal. And that's been the characteristic of Shannon Sharpe all day long. He will do anything as long as it makes him money. And so then we got this particular announcement. We're proud to announce that Humble's Baddie has joined the Shay Shay Media family. Thank you, Sharelle, Ashley, and Alexis. The newest episode of Humble Baddies is out right now on their YouTube channel. Go like, subscribe, watch, and share. So what you guys don't know is Shannon Sharpe is not only in the business of producing his own YouTube channels or working for ESPN. He's now a network producing his podcast based on his following. So what he'll do is say, listen, we're going to produce this podcast. Now I'm going to basically give you guys the funding and you guys are going to use my studio, but you guys are going to basically pay me a percentage of having the podcast. The same way he does with Nightcap. The only difference is with this, if this podcast is successful, he will get a lot of money because now he doesn't have to be there, and their podcast that they will have is going to reach a completely different audience. And for them, it's going to also work out because being associated with Club Shay Shay and Shay Shay Media, they also will be able to get more brand deals for themselves. They'll grow their audience, and he already has a big team that can make this happen. So good job, right? Hell no, it wasn't a good job. Chad Johnson wasn't so happy about that. He wrote, "Y'all got me effed up. I'll do my own damn podcast." So of course, they would address this, and they would address this beef and their disagreement on Nightcap.
There's a lot going on today. SSM, Shay Shay Media, we add an addition under our umbrella. We're going to produce and distribute Humble Baddies. And a lot of speculation is going on. Did tell Ocho about this situation? I didn't know I was supposed to tell. We're running a business here. And no, I did not tell Ocho. I didn't feel I needed to tell Ocho. We're running a business. And when you run a business, you do what's in the best interest of the business. Ocho?
Not really. In the best interest of the business, we're a partnership. You and I, we started Nightcap. If we are partners, anything that has to do with something that was a part of my life, which is including her, and she leaves my life, that means she's no longer a part of what I have going on. That's including Nightcap. So just because you and I, from a relationship, from a football relationship to a business relationship, if she decides to leave me in my life, that means she's gone. So you my dog. So that means... I
did say that. Well, I remember saying that, Ocho. I remember you and I had this conversation.
You said that. So you're not even standing on business about what you said and how you live based on your morals and the way you operate.
Everybody's in the comments talking about Shannon Sharpe is shady and Shannon Sharpe shouldn't have went behind his friend's back to go and deal and sign his ex-girlfriend, who they've been having problems with, to Shay Shay Media. It does look dirty, right? But then this happened.
I told him, I said, good thing that check ain't going to Sharelle Rosado. She told me, where it's going to. I said, a LLC.
Rail is an LLC.
Damn, Shannon Sharpe tricked us. This was nothing but a promotional tool. But stop the show. As much as this might have been a promotional tool for the podcast, it was also a life lesson. You see, guys, a lot of times I have seen this amongst men, especially black men, that once they start doing good, it doesn't matter as long as it's about money. People will do anything for money. But I kind of got a saying, and it goes like this. People who are loyal to money are loyal to nothing. I've been in this YouTube thing for a decade. I've seen guys destroy their careers, messing with somebody's baby mama or wife or girlfriend, or going behind somebody's back doing a deal and not having consideration for the other person. So of course Shannon Sharpe was not the scumbag that many of us thought he would be to do this. But so many guys are like that. As long as it's about business, I don't need to talk about you. It's about money. But what people don't understand is without people, you can't get money. I see dudes throw their reputation away for 50 funky ass dollars outside of lying, not paying somebody back, screwing somebody over in the business deal. Then when you see that person that you know you screwed over, you being hella fake, wanting to hug them and get a high five like y'all cool. You know damn well don't nobody like you. You ain't cool. You can't be trusted. You see, being loyal is better than having money, because you got to stand on what you say you're going to do. And when you're that kind of person, you get everything. And what Shannon Sharpe and Ochocinco have taught us to do as black men is that we can all work together and get more money. That's the beautiful thing about it. It's something that I wish I would have did better in the black manosphere community. A lot of us don't understand opportunity, that, you know, it's our first time having money or being successful. So we too busy bickering and arguing and not seeing the big picture. But guys like Ochocinco and Chad Johnson, these guys are coming together and they do see the big picture. They know it's unlimited money out there. We can work together to get a win. And you know what, Ochocinco, you my boy, so we gonna sign her to Shay Shay Media and we gonna pull this stunt to get her more views, because we're together, we are family, and we can all get more money together and continue to grow our audiences. Why do we need to compete? This is what a lot of rich men understand how to do, and that's why Club Shay Shay is making more money by himself than what he's making on ESPN, because he knows how to work with others. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're out.